Good morning, y'all. Today we're making French toast. I just kind of laid everything out here that I use. Eggs, bacon, salt, cinnamon, butter, bread, milk. And yes, I do put a little bit of sugar in my batter when I don't have any vanilla. If you guys use anything different than what I have out here, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know and maybe incorporate what you use to see if it makes a difference. Alrighty, let's get into it. Okay, so off camera, I was already preheating my skillet. I just put in the bacon because it takes the longest to cook. So I start with that first. I did crack in one egg. The egg won. I had a little fight with it inside of the carton. It pretty much won, so not a lot of it came out in there. But I'm gonna see how it works when I put the milk in. If I feel like adding another egg, I will. Um, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I don't have a measurement for the milk. I just add till I feel like it's enough. I don't have a measurement for the cinnamon nor the salt. I would think salt probably half of a tablespoon. I mean half of a teaspoon, and cinnamon probably 2 tablespoons if I was measuring, but I really don't. I just do it by eye. Okay, so I just like to put cinnamon in till it's just nice, coated, and thick. And sometimes I add more. So that's about how much cinnamon I use. And then we're gonna add our salt. I get it from the side where, not where it's open big, but from this side. If I wasn't holding the camera, I would pour it in my hand first. But because I know that this particular salt shaker doesn't shoot out a lot of salt at one time, I'm comfortable with just doing it like that. So I know I'm not putting too much salt. And I'm going to put a little bit of sugar. Okay, for the sugar, I just got a teaspoon, and this is probably a little more than a half of a teaspoon. So I'm going to add a little bit more. So maybe about a teaspoon of sugar. And we're going to whip it up. Again, I'm going to check for the consistency of the egg to see if I want to add another one. Alright, so I'm not going to add another egg, but I think I did put a little too much milk inside of it, but it's going to do. And again, it's just me and my son, so I think it'll do. It'll work for today. And I'm just going to give the bacon a flip. And my tongs here. Hopefully it doesn't pop me. I got popped really bad last week. And usually the popping occurs when the fire is up too high. I do have it a little bit higher this morning. It's on 6, but it'll be alright. I am cooking on an electric stove. I grew up on gas, so, you know, I've had electric only twice in my life. In one apartment and now in my home, in this home. So, you know, we'll just make it do what it do. Alright guys, you always want to be proactive as well. So I already have my plate here with my napkins on it, ready for the bacon when it comes out. I have my bread ready as well. So as soon as the bacon is done, I'm going to start cooking the French toast. like to rotate my bacon around sometimes just in if I notice that it's cooking faster in a certain spot and this other piece is not, I like to rotate it into that spot so that the bacon can cook at the same time. All of it can be done together. And guys, remember to clean as you cook. It just makes the whole process a little bit easier. That way when you're done, you're not having so much to do. And I just have a sponge with some soap on there. You should actually have a sink of dishwater already together. I do not, I'm gonna be honest, I do not this morning because I'm being a petty mom. I asked my son to wash dishes on last night, and he did not. So when he get up, that's what he will be doing. But it's just a few, it's like a plate or two in a bowl. It's not much. Like I said, I'm just being petty this morning. Sometimes you have to be that way to get your point across to the kids. All right, we're just about done. Let me show you guys what this looks like. So this is what the bacon looks like right now. I like my bacon to be fried hard and crispy, like damn near burnt. That's just my preference. But so we're almost there. All right, pieces are done. All right, it's just smoking a bit because my fire is up a little high. So I'm going to get all that together and clean this up and start cooking the French toast. Alright, so the butter is in here melting. I'm gonna add a little bit more butter. Just about like that much. Let it melt up a little bit. And then we're gonna begin putting in the bread. Dip it, dip it. Bread in, dip on one side, turn it over to the other side. Check it out. And repeat. I should be able to get 4 slices in here. I'm gonna do 5. Again, I have a teenage son and he can eat a little bit. He can eat. So I have just enough for one more slice. But all 4 slices are in there. Add just a tad bit more butter. Just little chunks. Just to prevent sticking. And I'm actually going to grab a spatula. Everything. And make sure that it doesn't stick. And just kind of do them like pancakes. until they cook. So they get a little firm. They're a little soft and soggy because of the egg and the milk batter. So you just let them cook until they begin to become firm, or if you like them crispy. Alright, so to eliminate a lot of dishes, all I did was I'm cooking that last piece of French toast here. And I have washed out the bowl, and I'm making the eggs now. And we're almost done. Breakfast is almost complete. Alright, so I am going to cook my eggs now. Put a little bit of butter in there. Of course, you can use whatever you want to use. You can use oil or butter or cooking spray for eggs. I just prefer mine with a taste of butter, but sometimes I cook it with everything. I also like to cook it with, I just want you guys to see the eggs really quick. I put a little bit of milk in there, salt and pepper. I don't have any measurements. I measure by the eye. But sometimes I like cooking my eggs with oil, just because it gives it like kind of like a crunchy type feel. So it just depends. Especially if I'm just doing them over easy, I like to cook them with oil. Giving them a nice stir here. Woo! Waste the butter. All good. Alright, we're gonna put this up while that cooks. Get my spatula here. You guys can see the eggs cooking here. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna cut the fire off. And we're gonna get this plated up. And there you have it, guys. That is breakfast. I like to add a little bit of fresh fruit if I have it, and it's whatever I have. I just add it to the plate. Alrighty, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.